Good morning, everyone. It's Trader Rob. Today is Friday, February 27th. Last trading day of February. Let's see what we can do. So currently on the NQ, I've already identified an area here that so far the buyers have been showing some strength. So let's see if they can continue this right here. That was a nice little push there. Let's see if they can break through this green shaded area. And pretty much why I drew this green area out, you can see a delta flip here, very strong with buyers right now in this area. So we'll see if that continues. And then above us, we've got an area marked out from the 24,982 to the 13s where sellers were showing strength. So we'll kind of see here what plays out this morning. As far as the ES, let's jump down to the 1 minute. Kind of in between right here, approaching a band here at the 68.70 to 68.71. We'll see if the bulls here can take control, or if the sellers still have this downward momentum that we've kind of been experiencing here. K2000, good morning. Steve, good morning. Strong area here from buyers. Could look for a long right here. See if this closes with some negative delta. I'll take a look at a quick short here, quick long here, sorry. Let's see if they can close this out with conviction or not. Buyers don't look very strong yet, so I'm going to skip this bar right here and kind of see what else can develop. You know, the real strength for the buyers right now is come in this green shaded area that I mapped out right around the 735 area. Pretty much off of the news came down. This is where they've kind of drew their line here. Nothing to do here yet. Let's let the market kind of show its hand here. We already have two clear areas where buyers have shown strength and where sellers have shown strength. So let's kind of see what they want to do here. Some big picture items here. On the ES, we've got this strong scalpable band here at the 6810 down to the 6790 with a level at the 6800 and the 6792. And then above us, we got another band at the 6971 to the 6950 with a level at the 6966. And on the NQ, we got a band sitting above us at the 25098 down to the 25064 with a level at the 25077. Really the only level I was able to find in my scalpable bands here this morning, unless we get all the way down to the 24504s, which doesn't seem very likely, but it could happen obviously, with the level at the 24460. I keep these, even though I don't have levels in here, these are scalpable areas, so we'll see how price action reacts from these bands. Okay, so buyers are still creeping up. Let's see if there's any. Let's see what happens here at this sweep here. See if there's any type of confirmation that we can maybe take a short, a long scalp here, but just kind of try to stay in the context of the day as well. It's at the 60 right now. Let's see, test this area again. So you guys can see buyers are doing whatever they can, obviously, to still overtake the sellers. That's two signals kind of in a row here. I just haven't really, excuse me, I haven't really seen much result. I'll stay on the bigger picture here at the 120. Again, for all the joining, I will be giving away a volume masterclass course here at 10 a.m. Just type in masterclass into the YouTube chat and you'll be entered in to win. Signal members, you got to enter it into the YouTube chat. ES signal. I don't have an ES signal. got a short all the way to the top, and I got a long sitting pretty low. At the 65, or what is that? 66.44. Unless I missed something. I don't think I did. Alright, so this is where sellers now have started their campaign. So maybe bring this down even lower. See if we get any type of entry now for a short, because this is now turned all red. Again, nice little retracement here by buyers. Obviously, there was a lot of stops sitting right here, but still no flip here to change any of my bias, any of these green bands at this point. Delete that. Bring that up to right here. So, big picture, this is what we're looking at right now. Again, really just trying to see if I can... Ooh, that was a signal there to go short. Let's see. If we get a better price here. Yeah, I think that was a little early for there. I'd like to see reactions around this area. A reaction for a confirmation to the short. Looks like the market just needed that sweep right here, the sweep of these two lows right here. Decent little fair value right here. I would say probably point of control. Yes, it is. It's my signal members. I'm gonna have to restart the trading floor, guys. Just sitting at the 120, kind of seeing what the big picture here might look like for today. So far, sellers and buyers pretty wedged here. That's why I said this should be probably the point of control, which when you look at it, that's pretty damn close to right where they're smacked together. Nothing to do here yet. No reason to change this band of green yet. I'm on the 60 now, just to kind of see here. Stay on the higher time frame. There's just too much noise right now on the lower. All right, we can open this band up here now a little bit for red. Got a flip there. I'm not going to short here because I still have a band here that the buyers were defending, so no good reason here to short into that strength. Oh yeah, I'm looking at the yes. I got the yes in the other chart. Yes is just kind of in a little boofoo area here. Morning, Nate. Nordic Joe, Karen, Patel, Rob, Nick, Joe, Steve, Joel, Chris. Good morning, everyone. Todd, good morning. Ticken, good morning. AP, Bob, Dwayne, Mike, Anna. Morning, all. All right, so let's see here now. Enter into this area here that the buyers is kind of like their last area here of defense. Let's see if they can still hold the sellers at bay or if they give up the cookies here or not. That could be my trading opportunity, which would look something like this right now. Is what I would be looking for. Okay, buyers stepping up in here again. Tug of war ensues, but we just keep mapping them out. And eventually it will give you a picture. Pretty simple to see fair value for the day. Point of control for the day. We don't even need to even look at a volume profile chart to see that. It's actually what I wanted to show you guys yesterday, but for some reason price action didn't really work out that way, where I had the bands kind of sandwiching each other. So buyers are creeping up. And then when we get red footprint candles without a delta flip, for me, that's just retracement. That's just noise in the markets. API go. I got the one on this chart is a 45 day. Is a 45 day is the solid one at the bottom, or I should say all the way to the left, and then this one right here is just a 2 day. Okay, inching more forward. All right, jump to the 60 here now. All right, so they broke out now. Now let's see if we can find a quick long here. Just a little bit of retracement. Let's see if we can get the right footprint. This is all green here now. I know it's not, it still shows red, but this is green. Okay, so if I would take a look at the 120, sellers again showed strength right up here. So just got to move this up. Don't want to get trapped. This is all green up to right here now. Kind of the big picture here. I'm going to jump down to the 60 here. Let's see if we can get any type of opportunity to take a quick long here. Probably targeting maybe 20 to 25 points. On the 60, that's a pretty decent risk to reward for me. But still, sellers still showing strength here. So I got to let them overtake this to really show the strength. Now, we do have the span sitting above us, which is about 40 points above us. So that's another thing that to kind of keep into context here. Obviously, this would have been a great flip right here. Trying to get any sign here of some negative delta with the flip that I can use. Looks pretty close here. Switch to positive delta, so no confirmation yet. Nothing to do here yet. Buyers look to have control right now. Still no confirmation for me. I'm just going to stay patient. I want to see the exact setup that I'm looking for. So I'd like to see a little bit of a retracement here. Sellers have not given me any indication that this is an area that they're going to be defending. Now up here there is, so it's going to get a little dicey up there. I'm not going to be looking to long into this right now. All right, let's go back up to the... Let's see maybe if we get a little retracement here. A little unfortunate. Obviously, a lot of price action without being able to get a nice, decent entry. This would have probably been the best entry as of right now. This 60 footprint right there, that caught that nice little retracement right there. Okay, sellers showed some strength here, so I'm not going to take a long here at this opportunity yet. Also, no reason to switch this yet to a no reason here yet to switch this to a green buyer control, because it's not, has not been controlled yet by them. Now, again, if we get a footprint confirmation in this general area right here, I will take a long. Okay, so now I can bring this all the way up to here. Got another flip right there. Can't long here for me personally. I can't long here. But if it gives me a retracement, then yes, then I'm going to be looking to go long. And you can see how the buyers have moved, have stepped their way to the upside. I'd like to see at least a logical retracement area that gives me enough room to be able to take my 15 to 20 point scalp. Good. Healthy retracement here. See if we can get a flip. Big picture still looks good. This doesn't concern me right here. Let's see these sellers try to push it down. All right, looking for a long here. Just got to close out here. Just taking the highest probability play that we can do. Just try to take the edge that we got. And just try to find as many setups as you can with that type of edge. I'm not going to give this one too much room. 13-point stop there. 30-point target. Come on, buyers. All right, stopped out on that one. Let's take a look at the 120. Still not changing my thesis here. Still think that the longs are still in control. And drawing's at 10 a.m. And it's going to happen on the 60, you know, a little bit more frequent than you're going to see it on the 120. When you get a confirmation on the 120, it's always going to be stronger. But on a retracement like that, buyers have been looking pretty damn strong. We were in that green zone and figured I'm okay taking a 13-point loss with a 30-point target. That seemed extremely reasonable to me. So it's just part of trading. You can see how unfortunate that was there, but we're just trying to get in on that, on this retracement right back to the upside. Got about 25 points here of room, but no signal yet. Maybe we should have stayed on the 60 there. Fuck. That would have been a nice little winner right there. Dang it. That was a decent signal right there. A lot of negative delta. Stop below this candle. Target 25, 30 points. $25,000 psychological number. Exactly where we had our bands where we're sellers showing strength. Obviously they showed strength there, maybe a little gun shy there, but I would have rather them tapped into the 25,000 because there's a good amount of contracts sitting up there. There's about almost 80 contracts sitting there. So my fear there is that, you know, we just come and retest at 25,000, even though that's a very nice little signal there in a red area. So that's 2 trades right there that we could have possibly taken, both for 1 to 2. Do like a long here. I'm gonna give this one more shot here. Come on, buyers. Come on, buyers. Show some strength here. Let's go. We got about 15 points of profit there. So we can get a little bit more here. Come on. That was about 20. Come on, give me a push here. Give me that last push. Come on. Uh-oh. Can't see price action now. Shit. Lost my price action there. Come on. Come on. At best, 20 points in profit there. Let's see if we can get another push right up there. If we get a push, I will keep my stop right here at the 58s. If we get one more push to the upside here. All right, I'm gonna drop that there. Let's see if we get a push here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, buyers, show it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Save me by a tick. Let's go. It's about a 5-point stop there, so it's pretty tight. But I'm not gonna risk any. I'm not gonna risk any more on that. Let's go. Let's go. Give it a push. Give it a push. Come on. Come on. Come on, you can do it. I got faith in you. Let's go. Oh, we're still in it. Let's go. Still got some life. Oh, this is nutty. All right. Well, that's okay. 5 points to stop there. I was about 20 points in profit. Yes, I know I probably should have taken it, but no, there's no reason for me to cut that short. I got to try to capitalize on the risk to reward a little bit there. Oh, me too, AP. All right, let's see what that was here. 19 points of profit. All right, so big picture now. We just did get a flip right there to the downside, so now this changes the outlook here just a tad. I mean, we definitely got targets to the upside. We got the 25,000. We've got reaction band to the upside. I almost want to give this another shot here. Kind of longing into I'm kind of longing into strength here, so it's a little dicey there for me. Fuck, man. We keep... Why are we always off on the 60? We keep getting off on the 60 by, like, one small retracement. One extra little retracement. Yeah, it was another good one there. Morning, chum sauce. Yeah, the 30 range is, it shouldn't be so tough right now, but early on it's... All right, I'm going to take a long here, guys. Maybe a little late there on the draw, but let's see if we can finally get that push. So 25s is going to be pretty violent. Hopefully we can just get a nice little push through it. Get those extra little 5 points. Let's see. Also don't want to be super greedy. This is where we rejected last time. Fuck. Break even. That's a dipshit move. Well, not a dipshit move, but should have just... I gotta take some profits eventually at some time here. Unreal. Unreal. That's twice that I've been in the profits by 20-something points. 19 to 22 points. I gotta just take some profits. At the exact place where we rejected last time. Literally exactly the same fucking place. There's the signal again. And I'm not in it, so now it has to go through the 25,000s. Has to right now. Let's go. Just been one retracement short. 20 points. All right, 20 minutes for the masterclass drawing. Today's a good day of a good thing of not taking profits when they're there for you for the picking. I mean, realistically, I got realistic targets, so I mean, you kind of have to play the percentage there. Yeah. strong negative delta here. Let's just see what that delta was on that move up here. 89. All right, now I don't need the 25,000. No flip there. Kind of hoping for just a little stronger of a retracement here where I don't even need to worry about the 25,000s anymore. Just take it to where I know that the market's already shown interest in. There's the 25,000s. I have no issue shorting here too. That was a very strong move there. Let's see if they got any other targets up there. The 220s. I think I'm gonna chill there for a little bit. We absorbed a pretty good amount. So but a little long here off of the IB. Real tight risk. Let's see if we get a pop here. $15-point target. Come on, you can't do this to me all day today. $10 points of risk here. Let's go. Do we have any more targets? We do. We got a reaction band up there. Ugly price action, man. No, just no continuation here today. It's just been a very stepped up approach here. Let's go. Give me a push. Jesus Christ. Oh, this is fucking frustrating. All right, I am done for the day. That's just been brutal. Absolutely brutal. All right, let's give away this masterclass. Well, let's get 12 more minutes. Let's wait. We said 10 o'clock. Fuck a duck, man. $1,900. Not a good way to end the February. So a nice little continuation here. -30 delta, green footprint. I'm not going to count if I was in profit, but I know that we weren't even close to 15 points, 10 points. I mean, I'm not asking for a lot. Really not. That was a good short signal right there. Oh, a lot of positive, negative delta. Oh, this is great. This is great stuff. This is great stuff today. Great stuff here today on display. Fuck. I can't even say I've been on the wrong side of every trade, minus maybe that last IB trade. Every single trade today, I've been on the right side of it. It's just stop and stop and stop and stop just to go to target. Fuck, that was a nice little fade right there. Nice little fader missed. One, two, three, four. All of them in profit too. And the right side of all of these. Every single one today was a long. Long, long, long. Just shows you no matter how good of a prep you can do. And I will say I have managed my stops, I think, pretty damn well, because that could have turned into a really ugly day if I did not manage stops a little better. And maybe look for that big of a target, but ATR's 50. I mean, I'm not asking for a shit ton of points here. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god, that was close. That was dumb. All right. Yeah, AP. So I got a continuation to go long, and it was about 10 points in profit, but slammed down for my stop. And then I saw this move. And granted, if I wouldn't have been having such a mental day, not mental as far as mistakes, but just market just kind of beating me up, this to me was a perfect short here, perfect fade there. And right here on this strong candle, that's where I really wanted to get in. Saw the strong delta coming through. That was a pretty easy one to spot. All right, I'm gonna use the washroom. We'll be doing the drawing here in about 5 minutes, guys. Ooh. Oh man, today is the day. Today is the day, isn't it? Today is the day. Oh, that would have been tough though. That would have been raw dog tough. All right, let me queue up the and then when right after the giveaway, I will I just kind of want to review my month. All right, we want to do YouTube giveaway. The stream is all right, load up. Masterclass. Boom, boom. Let's do. All right, give it one more minute here. All right, let's run it. Let's bring it up here. All right, let's go. Spin the wheel. All right, Bob B, 2626. You've got a minute to come into the chat and say thank you. Bob B, 2626. You got till 10:02. Bob B 2626. Type in thank you. Oh, there he is. Good job. All right, so we got a winner. I will send you. Don't everybody leave right now. I just want to go over my end of month kind of stats here. Single member, perfect. Okay, so Bob, send me an email. You know what, Bob? If you're a single member, just just DM me your email address, and I'll send you the code. Easy enough. All right. Let me take this IB off real quick. All right, so I wanted to kind of go over kind of my stats for February, as today was pretty much the last trading day of February, and February obviously for me wasn't the best month at all. Green for the month, which is obviously always important, but as of yesterday, the end of day trading day for the month, because every month I restart this counter. And was 6,800. So you got to minus out $2,000, so 4,800. So about halfway through my goal of the 10,000 that I want for every single month. And the way that I look at my goal right now is just very slow, steady growth. As you guys see, I am trading on all of my funded accounts. I currently have about 24 to 25 funded accounts. Let me just count. We've got 1, 2, 3, 5, 25. There's 28 picks. So 25 funded accounts. And as you guys know, I stagger my accounts. So I've got 3 groups that are trading on every other day. Let me just switch over here just to see if there's any type of reaction here at this band. I stagger every single day. I trade a different group. So, if I have a bad day like today, today wasn't bad. I mean, today was just a little unfortunate. The market, was kind of playing tricks on me a little. The direction I had extremely well, and I talked through every trade. I had a reason to take every trade. There was no revenge trading, nothing like that was a part of today. You guys can see that all 4 of my trades were all longs. And for the entire morning, we were plotting longs. I was just very unfortunate with, where my TPs were at, and the small little retracements that I had right underneath it. So, and that's a part of trading. I'm okay with that. Today, as much as I'm frustrated, I'm not upset with myself. There's nothing in the journal that, that's going to be really negative at all today. It was just the market being the market. But with that being said, so today, you can't look at like some accounts, some groups are up much better than others. So like if you've got a bad trading day or 2 bad trading days, those 2 bad trading days might have fallen on the same group. So that group might only be up collectively $200 for the month, where other groups had more profitable days, which I have one group, which was my group 3, was by far the best group of the month. Those were all of the accounts were up about $800 for the month. And that's just pretty much just trading 3 micros. And I would consider it to be a half, not even a halfway decent performance for February. It was probably a little bit below average, based on, kind of like what I anticipate out of my trading. So that's what I mean by steady growth. So one group is very close to payout. I've got 2 groups that are still like $1,500 from payout. So the 10,000 a month is really like a 90-day journey to actually get payouts from your funded accounts, because that's what you're trying to do. Since I've started, this journey, I have not blown not one funded account. And I can tell you that the beautiful thing about the staggered approach is that on your bad days, just one group feels a little pinch. The full 25 of them don't get the same pinch. And in the beginning, I guarantee you, because I felt this in the beginning, it feels like you're not making any momentum, because you have one group trades on Monday and he's got a losing day, or he's got a small winning day. And then Thursday comes up, you got a losing day, you're back to break even. You might have two and you just might thinking, well, shit, there's no growth in here. But the growth comes in the amount of days that you trade. So the longer that you go through the process, the more consistent that your accounts, your equity curve should be very consistent throughout all three. You're going to have some outliers like group, which was it? The one that got hit the hardest was group one. That one only had a very slight $200, and that's a whole month of trading throughout all of the accounts. I mean, that's nothing. But at the end of the day, it's still growth towards a payout, which is, I would say, about $1,500 or $1,600 away for that entire group. Each account needs that to get through. So the way that I came up with my $10,000 number, it wasn't just some type of catchy thumbnail for YouTube. It was a realistic goal that I wanted to hit throughout all of my accounts collectively. Obviously this is not each account making $10,000, but eventually that's the part of the scaling that works really nice, because once you get to one group at payout level, you've got two other groups that are staggered that should be pretty close. Now that group is now going to need to trade for 5 days, for 8 days, 10 days, whatever the firm's rule is for the next payout window is okay, because now you've got the other two that were trailing behind it, that if you have some decent trading days, you can get those two groups or one of those two groups into a payout window. And while the other two are still working, that one gets paid. That one now gets put on a 10-day kind of, waiting period, let's say 5 to 10 day waiting period, while the other ones are still working at growth. And trading's always going to be a difficult game. Now, if you don't have an edge, if you don't have a strategy, if you're changing strategies every day, then things are going to be very difficult. If I would say, if you are strategy hopping and you don't feel like you have an edge, one, I'm not a huge fan of sim accounts, but because they don't really show any type of emotion. But I would just be on a micro on a cash account, on a live account. Start from the basic. Forget the funded accounts, forget the PAs. Just at least with $1,000, you can trade the micros with one micro on an ES or an NQ, and put some skin in the game until you feel like you've got an edge. But if you're strategy hopping, your best advice is, one, don't trade. But number two, if you are going to be trading, go for the fences, man. Go for the fences, because if you strategy hop, what I have found is that you change to a different strategy, usually works out pretty well for the first 7 to 10 days, doesn't it? After that, it usually all goes to shit, or you break a rule and then you're trying to revenge on the next trade, and to try to make it up, you double your position size to try to make up your 1 hour loss from previous. It never works. So if you're dead set on trading without an edge or without a strategy, aim for the fences. That's all I got to tell you. Aim for the fences and hope to get lucky, because otherwise the strategy, or the lack of confidence in strategy, eventually is going to pop out its ugly head and bite you in the butt. So, and then you could say, Rob, well, I don't have $1,000 to fund a live account. How much have you spent on Apex accounts, on Lucid accounts, on Tradeify, Take Profit? I don't care what it is. add up the evaluations, add up the activation fees, and add up the amount of payouts that you've taken. If that number on the first two is pretty high and the payout number is 0, I bet you probably could have funded a few live accounts to get some skin in the game. But my overall message is, if you don't have a strategy, you don't have an edge, that's the first thing that you need to work on. That is before trading, before sim, before anything. Research it, backtest it. I will spend, I mean, I'm a junkie when it comes to this, but I will backtest the living shit out of any little tweak or any little thing that I am looking at, as minor as it can possibly be. What risk to reward is the best? What levels seem to be working out the best? What entry confirmation seems to be working out the best? What gives me the best chance to make money in this hard game? Today was a great example of a hard-ass day of trading. Knew the direction. All 4 of my trades were in the right direction, and took, 2 losers, 1 break even, and a small 5-point loss on them. Didn't take any 30-point stops. Didn't take really, I think my biggest stop today was 15 points. So I was really cutting it, but it saved me. It saved me from, instead of a $2,000 negative day, to probably closer to a $3,500 negative day, which really would have put in a kink into the armor. And lastly, what I'll leave you guys with is, and this is not a sales approach, this is not me, I'm the farthest person away from that. If you are stuck in that, strategy hopping situation, or you feel like you're onto something, there's 2 different things that I offer. I've got my Volume Masterclass course that I put out in January. It's been received very well. A lot of people have taken advantage of it. It is a full A to Z on, what these footprint things are looking at, what these bands are looking at, where my levels are coming up from. Why is this 25077 level up here? All of that is explained in detail in the Volume Masterclass course. And apart from that, I have a signal group that I give signals on, that gives you clear entries. Your entries, your TPs, they're already set. It gives you ample time to put your entries in. February has been a shitty month for the signals. I'll be the first one to admit it. We're probably close to 50-50 on the signals. I haven't looked at it because I'm very superstitious. I don't look at my stats on the signals until the month finishes. So I'll know exactly on Saturday or Sunday exactly what my hit rate was. But the funny thing is that I see it very clearly in my signal group. You'll take 2 or 3 losses, which 3 losses is a pretty extreme number for the signals over the last year. Collectively, I've been hovering at around a 74 or 75% win rate. So taking 3 losses in a row is kind of an outlier. It's maybe happened 2 or 3 times throughout that year of signals. But the funny thing is you get 2 signals that lose. Maybe you get the 3rd signal and lose. The next day, you log into the portal. You've got 6 members that dropped off. And then you have a few winning signals, and then you get a few signal members that hop back on. And that's the perfect example of kind of strategy hopping in an extreme sense, because you're looking for that confidence, you're looking for that perfect trading strategy that's going to win every single time, and there is none. The best that you can do is lean on the edge, lean on the numbers, the data. If you don't have data, then you're fucked. There's nothing that you're going to be able to do about trying to get better. But if you have data and you're looking at things clearly, then you just got to lean on the edge and say, okay, well, you know what? Instead of hopping off, I'm hoping that Trader Rob posts 10 more signals, because eventually the numbers are going to have to work out. Just like today. Today was a shitty ass day. Took four, let's call it 4 losses. 2 practically break even, 2 losses. And I could say, well, you know what? Maybe something's not right with the strategy. No, every single thing that I mapped out today was right. Where the buyers were in control, where the sellers were in control, just the market did not react exactly where I thought they were going to react. Looking for some decent risk to reward trades, maybe a little greedy on a few. One that went to 19 points in profit, another one that went to 23 points in profit, which would have changed my day to a green day for sure. But eventually those 10 to 15 point stops with the 30 point targets are going to hit. And you're going to notice here very shortly that you're going to see trades that even a little bit better risk to reward, especially closer to the open, which is something that I've never really traded. But now I kind of have a good view of that opening bell that I really never had before. And it's just now a matter of back testing the shit out of it before I go live with it with my own personal capital, or put it out on YouTube to, you know, for you guys to see. You guys are not my test dummies. This is something where if I feel like there's an edge, then it'll be put out there. If it's not, then it won't. So those are the few things that I offer. And then honestly, if you guys look through my video catalog on YouTube, there is an incredible amount of at least my knowledge that I have put out there. There's 3 videos that explain the way that I trade with volume extremely well. It's a very good foundational basis to at least learn some basic concepts. You know, if you wanted to put a limit order to sell at the 25,077, you're probably going to do all right. If you wanted to put a long at whatever this number is at, 24,460, you're going to be all right. You're in an unbalanced volume area. You're in a very strong 15-minute band, 15-minute level. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, they're all in the free videos that I put out on YouTube. I have a playlist. There's 3 videos for it. And they're extremely good foundational piece to at least trade with at least somewhat of an edge and somewhat of some confidence there. On my Discord, starting the last few days, I've been putting out my scalpable bands, and I've been filtering out all of the levels that just fit in my bands, which I probably should have been doing for a long time, but my main focus has always been for people to understand where I come up with these levels, how I come up with these levels. In fact, for about a month and a half, every single morning I was doing a live charting session on my Discord. I know it was early, but eventually there was just 1 or 2 people that would show up. Sometimes there would be 1 person, sometimes there'd be no one. And I'm sorry, but my time is way more valuable at 6:30 in the morning when I'm charting, and then when I'm getting ready for my day, than just 1 or 2 people. So, you know, if I don't see that the response is there, okay, I move on. Maybe that idea was the greatest. But just the reaction scalpable bands with the levels each day gives you guys an edge beyond what you guys might currently have, or for the newer traders or the struggling traders, it gives you a really good foundational piece. If you look at if I pull up my Discord here, this was so every day for the last few days, every day for the last 3 years, I've been posting my levels. Every single day without fail, all my levels are in here on the ES and the NQ. And for the last few days, what I've done is I said, okay, you know what? I'm not going to give everybody every single level. Most people know how to find my levels. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to filter them out so that people can have confidence in which level to actually take. And so I post the levels with the actual reaction band, so you know that this is going to be a very high probability area where you're going to get a bounce. Oops. And this is just from yesterday. I mean, small scalpable here for 25 points on the first tap of the 25,140. We broke through. I mean, the 25,867 was given to you 2 hours before this happened. This move was a gigantic move to the upside, right straight from this level. And you're going to notice that things like this happen all the time. And I don't know where else I had. Oh, here's another one. Perfect example. Talk about catching a top, 25,358. So I put it out there. I spend a shit ton of time every single morning doing this stuff. In fact, sometimes I even think, why am I doing this? Because I don't see many people on Discord even communicating. Put a fucking thumbs up if you appreciate it, because not many people are giving you the exact lines that these are where the reactions now are going to happen. So I don't know. That's kind of my rant, but what I'm trying to say is that I'm trying to do as much as I possibly can to help out as many people as possible. Yes, is there some paywalls for me to grow some revenue? Yes. My signal service costs $59 a month. My volume masterclass is $195 for the course, but that was 3.5 months of me recording videos and me putting everything that I know into a course. The signals is at least 4 hours. If I do the math on what I spend on the hourly for what I make in my full-time job, it's ridiculous. But I feel it's like a huge value to at least the traders that are part of it. I love my group. They're very, everybody's very like-minded, and we all want to succeed. So that's all that I'm looking for. So yes, I know that there's some areas that I've got some paywalls there, but there's a shit ton of free stuff that is put out every single day. And the videos that are out there will hopefully make you a better trader. That's all I got. End of February. I'm glad that we're done with it. But looking forward to you, training with you guys on Monday.